Welcome, guys, to the Ragin Podcast, episode 19. I'm your host, Killahkurt, aka Curse Raging. I was about to say that shit backwards.
Good thing you caught that.
Yeah. So, fellas, introduce yourselves.
What's going on, y'all? Clutch for the Dub, aka Be Easy Boy, back with another one. And I appreciate y'all for sliding. Hope y'all enjoy the show.
What's happening, everybody? It's your least favorite host, Flo F Free. Let's just get into it.
Have you guys well, we're all not 30 right now. Do you guys have you guys ever discovered your phobias? Do you guys have any phobias growing up?
Well, I used to be homophobic, but apparently I'm not. Outside of that, no, I don't think I have any phobias.
Clutch.
What's the fuck, nigga? Out the gate.
I'm just being honest.
Hard. Like, I am one.
Yeah, I used to be. I'm cool with them now. I just used to be. You know, back when everybody was, basically. Now you can't say that shit. So I'm genuinely cool with the gays. But about 5-10 years ago, I definitely was not.
So you say that you're gay now, like happy gay.
Happy gay, absolutely.
I was trying to get you.
But yeah, sword fucking fighting and nah. That Diddy shit, absolutely no.
But man, what are you about to say, Clutch?
Huh?
You got any phobias that you discovered?
Claustrophobia, like tight places.
Oh yeah.
Or have y'all ever seen those cave diving videos where it's like that much space and the other space is water in the cave,
shit.
and they gotta crawl through that shit? Ooh,
Oh no.
fuck that. Yeah, claustrophobia for sure. Like I'm not down with the tight, dark spaces.
Damn.
Like,
Damn, I never even known that, bro. Wait, is that new or is that something you always had?
Nah, that's something I always had. Look, one time, this is how it started. My dad took me to Chuck E. Cheese Playland, and we went out first. I was like, I wasn't even in school yet. I'm probably like 4 or 5 years old, and I went through the little tunnel that leads to the ball pit, the little tube shit.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I got to a point where I was behind a kid, and I looked to the left. It was nowhere to go. I looked to the right. There was nowhere to go. Behind me, there was another kid. And I'm like panicking. Like, what the fuck this is not supposed to happen. Like, I'm a kid. So, bro, that shit tweaked me out. I was crying.
I shouldn't laugh, but damn.
And then I finally got out the pit, fucking traumatized. Never went to another ball pit tunnel thing ever again. To this day, I don't do none of that shit. I don't go down slides. Those little slides that you go down the tube and shit.
Yeah, the tube slides. Oh man, that's fun.
I'm cool with that. I don't go down caves. I don't like caves. Any closed in areas that's super tight. Like elevators or whatever.
I was just about to say how you feel about elevators, specifically the one in downtown. Like going to
elevators or whatever. It was this one sketchy one that I was in the other day that was pretty crazy, but I don't know. Elevators is like whatever, if it happens, it happens. But like,
no, but being trapped in it, I imagine.
Yeah, being trapped in it and it stopped and it's like nowhere else to go. Like, oh yeah.
Yeah. I was about to say, I imagine that would probably trigger. But if you're just getting on just to get off in a few seconds, then yeah.
Oh yeah, that should be tweaking me out, bro. Like to this day, I don't go in tight, small places and shit like that.
I'm glad I don't have that kind of. Because there was moments where I did got trapped in it. I just like, damn, damn, that's crazy. Why everybody else fear for their lives and shit? I'm like, I'm still sitting there like, man.
You're sitting there like, bro, when are you gonna be done with this shit?
I'm just on the phone like, I guess we ain't got shit to do. I might as well be on my phone or whatever. Shit like that. I'm just nonchalant about that shit. But obviously, everybody knows that I'm actually afraid of heights. But not just any heights, because I obviously for the job I work at, it's not. I don't really count that shit because it's not high enough. I'm talking about. I'm afraid of heights. I'm talking, motherfucking going downtown Chicago, and visiting one of those towers and shit like that. And have you guys ever been to the top one of those tall buildings or living in the tall ass apartments or tall
Oh yeah.
in downtown Chicago?
Yeah, but
Have you ever
tall
been?
apartments, yeah, but like them high rises downtown, I don't think I've ever been in any of them.
So you never been on the higher floor, where to the point when you look straight out the window, all you see is buildings, and you can't even see below. You can't see the streets or nothing.
No.
I did that shit. I did that shit a few times. That shit is scary as hell. Like I'll be at the window. And shit, face pressed up against the glass and everything. I still can't look down at the street, yo.
I've never been nothing that high.
And that fear just creeps up to me, yo. I can't even do that shit. I'm well safe inside the building. I'm still afraid. But come find out, that's not the only phobia I have. I actually recently discovered this. It's probably always been a part of me, but I never thought about it until recently. I don't know. There's a word for this because I was talking to this with my couple of guys the other day. I think come find out there's a word for this. My fear, which I didn't know it was a fear, I just thought this something that made my skin crawl or whatever. Things with holes in them, like
what the fuck?
like things with holes in them.
Definitely elaborate further on that.
Things like a detailed picture of sponge or Swiss cheese, or more specifically, people who had those craters on their faces and shit like that, in their skin and shit like that. And come find out that's a real thing, mind you. When I look at pictures like that, I instantly get grossed out. Everything on me, I just get itchy, and I just get me thinking about that just grossed me out. I don't know what it's a word for it, but I cannot pronounce it to save my life. But yeah, basically anything got holes in it, like that. Like I said, specifically the holes on people's skin and shit like that. Especially if it's like I be having this in my nightmares too. Especially when the holes start moving and shit like that.
What the fuck?
That further reinforce my
moving.
Yes, like I think I'll show you guys a TikTok clip of this guy named Meek Cam. He basically turned almost every cartoon, our favorite cartoon characters, into creepy shit like that. So
like that Bugs Bunny and the Bugs Bunny one was crazy, and Elmer Fudd.
Yep, I seen that once. But have you seen the SpongeBob one?
Nah, I didn't see the SpongeBob one.
You gotta see it because there's like a few of those. But one of them, when they did the SpongeBob, oh my god, that shit's so damn gross. Like all the holes that was supposed to be in his body, them motherfuckers was moving, yo, like crazy. Just thinking about it, just it makes me itch, yo. I'm scratching here right now. I'm scratching right now just thinking about that shit, yo.
Mm.
Yeah, but that shit is a phobia of mine, yo. Fuck that shit. I see that shit, especially. Oh yeah, and you guys remember? I think what how I first discovered this, which I didn't know. Like I said, I didn't know it was a thing. Is when I was watching Beetlejuice. You guys remember Beetlejuice, right?
Oh yeah, back in the day, yeah, 90s classic.
Now, do you remember the two couples that usually with Beetlejuice?
Honestly, the side characters, I vaguely remember.
I barely remember them if it wasn't for this particular scene. The man and woman, right? It was a man and a woman that usually accompanied by Beetlejuice or whatever. I forgot what was the whole point of them being together or whatever. But there was a scene when they had to blend in with Beetlejuice's world of monsters or whatever. So what they did, since they spirits, they had to change themselves. They had to change their face or whatever, and so they could look like they monsters and shit like that. I forgot what I don't know which one of them did it, but one of them rearranged their face or whatever. Rearranged their face, but they poked their eyes out. They poked their eye out or whatever. So they got on this weird facial structure or whatever, but all you see is 2 holes and a mouth and a space where the mouth is. That shit creeps me the fuck out as a child, yo.
Man, I haven't seen that shit in so long, bro. I gotta watch Beetlejuice again because I don't remember nothing about that movie, and I know I used to watch it all the time as a kid. I don't remember none of it except the dude with the shrinking head. I remember that.
Yeah.
Like, they put like some kind of like.
I think that's the dude. I think that's one of the guys. No, it's somebody different. I don't know. That's the dude of the couple, or that's some other random character. But all I know is
that's literally the only other character I remember.
All I know is that fucker has those only holes for eyes and shit like that. That grossed me the fuck out, yo. That's like one of my phobias. So yeah, I just want to throw that out there. And, skin crawl. Okay, so changing gears now. I just want to throw that out there. I've been wanting to say this since last week, actually. So yeah, today we're gonna be continuing where we originally left off 2 weeks ago, which is we were doing the basic straight up Verzus Marvel edition. I don't remember where we left off. Did we left off the one with a match between Wonder Woman? I mean, not Wonder
Woman.
No. What the fuck
the last one we did was Blade versus Taskmaster.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's the last one. And who do you say? Who do you say won that one? Was it Blade?
I think. Let me see, cause I got it here. Yeah, I think Blade won.
Yeah, Blade won. Okay. And so yeah, Blade won that. Between that one, who else were we talking about? Just to recap on what happened last time.
Okay. Recap. The first round we did was Kraven versus Daredevil. Kraven the Hunter.
Yeah.
And we voted Kraven as the winner, although I disagreed, but I was like, popular vote wins.
Oh yeah.
Then we did Base Hawk. Base Hawk, not Imp Hawk, not whatever Hawk, versus Juggernaut.
And we voted for Juggernaut.
And we voted Juggernaut, which I can agree with, even though I think he can go either way. But
yeah,
Juggernaut wins.
That's what I said.
And then for go ahead, Kurt.
No, I was just about to say I do remember saying that's like the classic battle of unstoppable force versus an immovable object. I remember saying that.
And then we have then the third one was Blade versus Taskmaster.
Okay,
so we gave it to Blade.
Okay,
so y'all ready for round 4, or does anybody have any comments?
No, I'm good. I'm good. I realized that we only did 3 matches, so that must be a hell of a good podcast last time. So so without further ado, let's get right into it. Who's up next on the list?
Okay, round 4, we have Thing versus Rhino.
The Thing versus Rhino?
Yep.
The Fantastic Four, the Thing?
Yep. Fantastic Four Thing, the hero, versus Rhino, Spider-Man villain.
Damn. I don't know much about either one of those, but I don't know shit about the Thing. Besides, it's obviously due to
Rock Monster.
Yeah, he's a rock. He's hella defensive, or whatever. He's hard to crack, or whatever. And this feels like this is another case of Hulk versus Juggernaut. It feels like,
but on a lower scale.
Oh yeah,
remember,
it's a much lower scale, obviously. But
yeah, because Base Hawk used to fight the Thing all the time.
Yeah,
like when I say Base Hawk, the Thing is who I'm thinking about. Even though Hawk is stronger, the Thing is still smarter. He's a better fighter. And he's strong enough to hold his own and durable enough to, go blow for blow against Hawk.
Right.
But Hawk he's evolved so much since back in the day,
You know what?
Yeah.
I'm out of sheer guess. I'ma guess Thing. That's my guess. I'm just
Well,
gonna
that's
guess.
a no-brainer
I'm
right
just
there,
gonna
man.
guess. So like I said, I don't know shit about either one of them. Something about Rhino just screams out momentum, just like Juggernaut for me. But the thing, I think there's much more to him than it seems. So I'm just gonna guess the Thing because he can't be on the Fantastic Four for no reason, just for being a Rock. There's no way. So what do you got? What do you got, bro? As far as stat wise, what do you know about each two?
Well, stats. I definitely think Thing is stronger. He's more durable. He's a better fighter. Thing is actually a really good fighter. I think he's like a boxer or something like that. He's like a boxer brawler
I
type.
was gonna say, wasn't he like a wrestler or a boxer or some shit?
Yeah, and yeah, and Rhino. Rhino has the momentum thing going, but nowhere near the scale of Juggernaut, of course.
Oh,
And once
obviously not.
he gets going, he's damn near unstoppable too. But Thing is definitely strong enough to catch him. You know what I mean? Rhino is definitely strong. And it depends on what incarnation of Rhino we're going with. We're gonna go with the Rhino that's in the suit, the big gray suit, not the metal suit, but you know the one from the Spider-Man cartoon.
Yeah, that's
The
one. That's
classic
the only
Rhino that we all
one.
know.
That's the only one I'm familiar with.
Yeah, because like modern incarnations of Rhino, he's like some kid or some dude in some big metal suit. It's like nah, bro. Like the Rhino I know is like the big monster. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But me personally, I'm gonna give it to Rhino. I mean, I'm gonna give it to Thing. Me personally, mostly because the Thing has gone up against the Hulk and won a few times. You know what I'm saying?
Now, that's impressive. That's
Yeah.
excellent. I mean,
I mean, Thing ain't fucking with the Hulk now,
yeah,
but
no,
you know what I'm saying.
obviously.
But back in the day, back when they were more fair, yeah, Thing is definitely like at least knocked out the Hulk and turned him back into Banner. So
That's
I'm
impressive.
personally gonna go with the Thing. What you think, Clutch?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Thing too, man, because I don't know, like track record is trash. Like who has he ever defeated? Like
Rhino?
Rhino?
Rhino's definitely like a
Rob
B tier
Banks and
villain.
shit. Like he's not really a
He's
he's
only
not
he's
really a threat,
he's like a street
like
level threat.
yeah, like,
Not
this
even a city
nigga,
threat.
in your
I would say, I
car,
think Rhino could be taken down by shield agents. Like,
right?
so
Rhino is fodder as fuck. I'm gonna be honest with you. As much as
I
I
think
don't like, he's strong, but much
he's
as I
strong,
don't
he's
like
durable, you know. But
yeah, nah, he's
all you
still a
do is
human.
run into things. That's all.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
literally the only thing I see him do.
he's a fucking idiot, bro. He's like
That's
he's
another thing.
he's dumb.
That's
he's
another thing.
dumb.
He lacked the intelligence. That's another thing.
Yeah, he's not that smart, and he's just stupid. I mean, I don't know. Like he's a human, first of all, so he
Yeah.
has flesh, so
He's a
he's
suit.
vulnerable to all type of elements. And the Thing, he's made of rock, so he can withstand a lot of shit: fire, ice, electricity. You know, shit that could just melt a human skin. You know, but yeah, the Thing is definitely no brainer all day. The Thing.
Oh,
So
so
we
that's
all in agreement
unanimous.
here.
That's a unanimous. The fucking
All right.
the Thing for Fantastic Four. Crushing it.
Okay, it's probably a bad way to start the pod. All right, so next up we have a somewhat controversial one, and honestly, even I don't know the answer to the question I'm going to propose here, but I still have my answer for who's going to win this. And I'll go last just to elaborate. We got Wolverine. Everyone knows Wolverine, one of the most popular Marvel characters of all time, versus Black Panther.
Black Panther. Black Panther.
You know the Black Panther?
Because it's only because of one reason. One reason. I don't know where I read this, but it says that vibranium is like the only metal that can outlast adamantium. Because of that reason.
See, that's what I wasn't sure about. Because I know adamantium is I know it's like one of the toughest metals, and I know vibranium is one of the toughest metals. It said vibranium absorbs kinetic energy and it absorbs like a bunch of other energy,
Hmm.
whereas adamantium is just really, really hard to break, as well as vibranium, of course, too.
Mm-hmm.
But what I always wonder, and it's something I have no idea, I have to do my own research, which is why I mean I already know who I think would win. But if as we talk about it, it'll probably, change. Maybe it'll change my mind. I always wonder what would happen if adamantium and vibranium,
Where the
you
crash.
know, clash.
If Wolverine
Which one?
where Wolverine claws were able to penetrate through the sheet
Yeah,
the suit.
that's a good point.
Exactly. See, that I
So
don't know. You know what I'm saying? Just
but
like I don't know if vibranium weapons would overtax Wolverine's healing factor. You know what I'm saying? Because the Wolverine's healing factor can be overwhelmed. You know what I'm saying? And it has plenty of
yeah,
times. But I don't
just
know if
like the Hulk.
vibranium is strong enough to do it. You know what I mean? So I always
So,
wonder like which one is stronger. I think vibranium is stronger than adamantium, but I was never 100% sure. Like I'm pretty sure that's something you can Google. I'm
well,
pretty sure somebody
actually,
in the
no, because I don't know. This is respectable to the comics, but Black Panther's claws ripped, almost cracked the Captain America's shield.
yeah, and Captain America's shield is made of vibranium
Vibranium.
and adamantium. Like it's like a
Yep.
mesh between the two.
Mm.
Yep. But it's mostly
And
animanium. Mostly. No. You're right. You're right. It's a mixture. So the fact that fact that his claws could almost rip through that shit, and it's both, like you said, it's both vibranium and animanium. That kind of says a
That's
lot.
crazy.
Kind of says a lot. What you got? I'm not gonna say anything else, but what you got, Clutch? What do you think? What do you think is good? Will win this fight?
That's a tough one, man.
It is.
But damn, man, I don't know. I think, as always, when it comes to people that are on even ground when it comes to their abilities and like weaponry and shit like that, I usually break it down to battle experience. Who has more battle experience? Wolverine. You know what I
Wolverine
mean?
easily.
Yes.
Wolverine has.
Wolverine's over 100 years old, bro.
Yeah, this man's been in
Yeah.
World War One, Two, Three, Vietnam War, the Mutant Wars. He has incredible battle experience, and he's a good hunter. And he has a
I
sense.
say he's mastered a bunch of martial arts too. He just don't
Yeah,
use it because his healing factor. So it's like, why would he?
to be honest,
But
Black
every time
Panther ain't
Wolverine's
even
lost his
really a
healing factor, he fights like Batman type shit.
right. And I fuck with Black Panther, but at the end of the day, he's a nigga in a suit. Like he's Black Batman, basically. You know what I'm saying?
I say,
Like,
but Black Panther's mastered a bunch of martial arts
Yeah.
too. He's one of the best
He did.
fighters in the Marvel universe.
yeah,
He did.
he's fucking dope. But Wolverine got a smelling factor. He got a healing factor. He's super durable. Like this man ran hands with the Hawk, and the best of them, plenty of times. Like
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And it's like I said, battle experience. This man has been through plenty of battles in Marvel and like personal life shit. Like Black Panther has always been like mid age, right? Like 20 something at the most. Like
I don't know how old
Roughly.
Black Panther is, but I know he's young. You know what I mean? I don't think he's older than 40.
Right.
Definitely like in his mid 20s, maybe early 30s.
Yeah.
maybe,
Because he was already an adult when T'Chaka died, and that was
Mhm.
a thing in the movie and in the comics.
right.
That's how he became the Black Panther. Because the man ape who is M'Baku in the movies, because the movies ain't want to use that name because
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
racial sensitivity nowadays. You know what I mean? But man ape kills T'Chaka, and that's how T'Challa becomes the Black Panther. But but yeah, but something Black Panther also has is he can draw on knowledge from prior Black Panthers.
I was just
Like
about
everybody who's became a Black Panther, he gets
I was
access to like their knowledge and experiences and shit,
right. That's
and
what
they can help them basically overcome anybody if they have experience with it.
Right.
That's true, but if they never fought Wolverine, what use is that? You know what I mean? Like,
and that's another thing.
Well,
I don't think Wolverine haven't experienced like Batman. Well, not Batman. Wolverine, even though he has great combat experience, there's not. I don't think he has any experience getting past anybody with vibranium armor or weaponry. So, and like I said, Black Panther did have experience dealing with who has animanium.
yes, yes.
aka Captain America's shield. So,
yeah.
with that being said, his weapon, not even counting his weapons, his claws alone could probably just bend or even chipped Wolverine's claws at the most. But and also, and like you said, and like Flo said, he draws on the power of his ancestors, so that automatically he's basically like Shazam to Wonder Woman. He's basically like Shazam when it comes to Shazam fighting battling Wonder Woman. So he got the better IQ right off the bat, as far as strategy, and so what am I say? I don't think vibranium is heavy.
It's not. That shit like super light. That's why like this nigga can move and flip and do all of that shit in full armor.
So basically,
punches, fucking bullets, all that shit just like bounce right off this motherfucker. It don't even bounce. It just loses.
Loses momentum. It just stops in its track. So that's why I was saying with Antimania, if Animania were to meet with vibranium, most likely Animania probably gonna give before the vibranium does. I'm getting tongue tied with this shit. But and also if both of them got killing instincts, clearly. Both of them got killing.
Yeah, both of them would hesitate to kill.
Yeah. So I wouldn't be surprised if Black Panther would use his battle IQ to take Wolverine to the water. Because once he gets Wolverine to the water, it's a wrap. That's G, basically. I think Black Panther's vibranium weaponry can exhaust Wolverine's healing factor. I think.
You think his vibranium can overwhelm Wolverine's healing factor?
His vibranium tech, probably. I'm not sure. I'm just purely speculating. But I don't think. You know what? Then again, I don't think Black Panther even have healing. At least that's efficient.
He doesn't.
But at least that's not as efficient as. So it can go either way, but I'm leaning towards Black Panther as far as defense. Well, offensive wise, it could go either way, but defense, I think it's going to be a bit slower for Black Panther than Wolverine. I'm leaning towards Black Panther. But that's just me.
You give it to Black Panther, Kurt?
One for Black Panther.
So, were you going with Wolverine, Clutch, or were you going with?
Oh yeah, I'm going Wolverine. They never really definitively said in the comic books ever like which one is better, animadium or vibranium.
It does.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I don't know which one is better. I would assume.
Yeah, it seems
I
like
would assume vibranium.
It seems like they try.
I say it's kind of like a toss up to that point, but
yeah,
when it comes to battle experience, yeah, I go Wolverine.
Yeah, it seems like they trying to keep that shit separate as long as possible until that one, not only to that one scene on MCO, but I did read it somewhere on the comments as far as when they scale each type of metal, they put each type of metal on this and they put it on the scale as far as which one's more durable than. I did remember seeing the medium was either in the second or third most durable metal ever. I think I've seen that somewhere. And then vibranium be either a tier higher or it's 2 tiers higher. I don't know if that's so. I don't know what the hell's in. So that's what I'm saying. Defense wise, I think because all the Black Panther shit is made of vibranium. So man,
all of his weapons, his armor, all that shit.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming it will eventually overcome Wolverine. Eventually, but because of Wolverine's healing factor. Like I said, defense wise, I gotta give it to Black Panther. So what you think, Flo?
I don't know this fight. I think this fight is closer than I like to admit because, like Clutch said, they both have. Well, Wolverine has way longer battle experience, without a doubt. You know what I'm saying? But Panther has generations and decades of IQ to draw from. You know what I mean? Anytime he needs, he can just ask one of his ancestors, like, "Hey, how do I deal with this problem?" And he'll have that information on hand. He also has the adamantium, not the adamantium, the vibranium suit, which is going to cancel out punches and all that shit. The claws, see, that's what I struggle with. I don't know if the claws can penetrate or even scratch the suit. Because if it can, Panther's going to have some problems. But Panther is also he's also skilled enough, agile enough to at least evade and stay in the fight with Wolverine. Like he also has the ability to keep going with Wolverine blow for blow. And in some ways, I think he's better than Wolverine in terms of like fighting, because Wolverine, he relies on his healing factor. Now, if Wolverine didn't rely on his healing factor and used the suit and was on equal footing, he probably body Black Panther. You know what I mean? But because Wolverine, he goes in head first because he knows he can take whatever damage that's going to come his way.
Yeah,
I think that
it's an animal instinct.
Yeah, like he'll just he'll just kind of eat the damage and shit
before anything.
Mm-hmm. And I think that'll give Black Panther the edge because Black Panther will be like, yeah, like I pretty much already know how Wolverine fights. Of course, they know each other. They're both Avengers. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, to me, it comes down to, you know, like who would exploit the other person first. And easily, T'Challa's one of the smartest people in the Marvel universe, top 10 for sure. You know what I'm saying? I think he's not in the top 5. Yeah, he's like top 10, I think. Because the people smarter than him would be like, I
think
like Hank Pym.
I think his sister is smarter than him.
Yeah, Shuri. Yeah, she is. She is. I think Shuri would be like top 5. I think Shuri is smarter than. She's not smarter than like Reed Richards, but I think she's smarter than at least Iron Man and Hank Pym for sure. But I don't think she's smarter than. Of course, she's not smarter than Victor Von Doom. She's not smarter than Reed Richards. She's not smarter than Blue Marvel. So yeah, she'd probably be like 5 or 6. But Panther's like not too far behind her. Panther would probably be like 9 or 8. You know what I'm saying? So that said, I'll probably give it to Black Panther. I probably would. Because again, Wolverine, his healing factor can be overwhelmed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and
like the Hulks.
Like Kurt said, if there's water, he can find a way to exploit them. I mean, Wolverine lost to Punisher. Like,
the Punisher,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I remember that.
He got bodied by Punisher. So it's like, I mean, and don't get me wrong, like, there's some caveats to that fight. Punisher used his environment around him and crushed him with a steamroller. So context matters. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you remove battlefield shit, absolutely Punisher would have got washed. But, you know, with Panther's weaponry, like his vibranium, those like shooting stars and shit.
Yeah,
his vibranium staff and shit like that. Like, yeah, he got plenty of adamantium weapons on hand and shit. So, I'm probably gonna go with Black Panther.
And that's another thing. There's absolutely no proof that anything. Not anime. Vibranium other than other vibranium.
Yeah, adamantium can be
but there is
can
proof,
be like,
but there is proof that vibranium did cut through. There's proof of that.
Yeah, and almost with ease. Like when you scratch down on Captain America's shield, like That shit.
Yeah, when I saw that,
Fuck the whole thing
I'm
with the
like,
shield up.
oh shit! I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, that's his claws. I'm like, his shit made that shit made vibranium too. I'm like, oh no, he must be stopped, yo.
That shit was dope.
That shit was scary
But
as
yeah.
fuck. But
Yeah, so I'm
oh,
probably gonna give it to Panther, but
wait a
I
minute.
do think it can go either way. But because of the vibranium factor, yeah, I'd give it to Black Panther.
Wait, who broke Captain America's shield? There was somebody that did broke his shield.
A few people broke his
Like
shield.
I know Thanos was one of them.
Thanos
But
broke it. Hulk broke it once.
but then Thor broke his shield. Broke his shield.
Thor, no,
Hmm.
I don't. At least I don't think he did. I don't think he did. But I think Thor is definitely strong enough to do it. But even in the movie, like if you're going off the movie, because I can't think of an instance where he did it in the comics. But I know in the movie when he was attacking, I don't know if he was attacking Iron Man or if he was attacking or Captain America. But he came down and Captain America put the shield up, and it
Yeah.
just like
Yeah.
a wave thing. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Oh, you talking
So,
about
and that
Thor?
was in the
Yeah.
first Avengers movie.
Mm-hmm. I
So
remember that
his
one.
shield can protect him from Thor. You know what I'm saying?
That's a strong
So
shit. A
I don't
weapon
know if Thor was going all out.
that weapon that made out of the Thor star or some shit.
Yeah, because
Remember that?
Thor's hammer is made of Uru, which is not even found on Earth. That's like some Asgardian shit. Like, that's some
Oh,
Asgardian metal.
I thought it was I thought well that's true. I thought it just made forge in a Thor star with a Thor star. That's probably the MCU thing.
I say I think it probably was. It probably was. I don't know how Mjolnir was created. I know from the movies it was Igri or whatever the fuck his name is, that dwarf that made it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's made of Uru metal, and Uru is supposed to be like, I don't know if it's just that strong, if not stronger than vibranium. But but yeah, honestly, Thor, I'm pretty sure Uru would absolutely disrespect adamantium. Honestly, I think it would. But Uru is not from Earth, so it doesn't
Yeah,
really count
yeah,
as like one of the Earth metals.
it's way out there. It's made. I think it's made from a star, or forged in the star. Made a powers from the star, but it was some weird shit. But yeah, not like I said, not many metals could cut through vibranium. I mean, yeah, cut through vibranium. I think vibranium can take over. And also, since like you said, since Black Panther has a better IQ, and now if it wasn't for Wolverine relying on, even though he has the combat training, he kind of relies heavily, like you said, he has not only that he relies heavily on his training factor, he's also an animal, and it seems like his animal instincts will take over anyways, which usually will get him the win on most cases. And there's times that same reason could get him caught up on some shit. Anyways,
Yeah, because he don't think, he just straight offensive, like
yeah,
the Berserker Barrage and shit.
right.
Mhm.
So that's his thing. Um, but and since both him and Black Panther got the killer instinct, like I said, it's not gonna be a quick battle, but eventually I think Wolverine would by due to his defense and higher intelligence.
Yeah, I was like, I'm pretty sure Black Panther will find ways to like, and again, he's definitely skilled enough to do it. Well, he probably just uses vibranium like stars, probably take out his eyes. While he's healing from his eyes, he'd be doing some other shit. You know what I'm saying?
Doing
Using his weapons to,
combos.
yeah. You know, so
He
yeah,
got them
honestly,
hands. He definitely got them
yeah,
hands.
I think Black Panther definitely watchable. Well, not watch because I can't say watch with all integrity. You know what I'm saying? But I do think he can beat him. You know what I'm saying? I think he got the skills enough to put Wolverine down for sure after a hard fought battle. Definitely high difficulty. You know what I'm saying?
Well, 100%.
Like extreme difficulty because if he's not careful and Wolverine get a clean hit or knock off that fucking vibranium helmet, woohoo, it's a wrap. You know, again,
Yeah.
this helmet can come off just by, being lifted. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah,
And they say his IQ, he's not gonna let him get to that.
of course,
He's too fast for that.
No, Wolverine's fast too. No,
he is fast, but he's all about he's like I say, he's an animal. He charging head first, which gave him his strength in the first place. If he gonna aim for your neck, he's gonna aim for your neck. But since
Wolverine going for the jugular.
but since Black Panther knows where his weak spots at and shit like that, he's automatically he already gonna come into the battle knowing what parts on the body he's going to protect and shit like that. So he gonna see him coming, and he's gonna be quick enough to dodge that shit. Dodge his attack, or most of his attacks. Let me not discredit Wolverine fully.
Yeah, Wolverine definitely gonna get some hits in. Definitely some scratches in too.
Definitely.
And that's why I was wondering, like, if Wolverine's claws could affect vibranium, because if it can, Black Panther's gonna have a hard time, and then it'll be much closer. It'll really come down to whoever gets the killing blow first. But with if vibranium is more powerful than adamantium, like if it cancels it out, then Wolverine have very little chance of winning. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But Wolverine does have way more battle experience. He has heightened senses. He has the healing factor too. T'Challa don't have that shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so it's like it 100% depends like how the fight is written.
Yeah, he got battle senses, but said he don't use them because he's too much of an animal. He just all that shit goes out the window. He just goes straight for the kill. Now, if he would think a little bit smarter, then he could easily overwhelm Black Panther. Just a little bit smarter. He used even 5% of his battle experience. He used that shit. He would fucking easily overwhelm. Well, not easily. He'll eventually figure out a way to, beat him. But
yeah,
he's a berserker.
Wolverine's a little too stupid.
He's a berserker.
All right. So we all with Black Panther.
It's 2 out of 3 for Black Panther.
Yeah, 2-1.
Okay. All right. So next we have Jean Grey versus Scarlet Witch.
Both planetary threats.
Mind you, no amp versions of them. It's Scarlet Witch, who's not like doing planetary shit, and it's not Jean Grey who's doing like Phoenix Force shit.
So they're both base form.
It's just both of them on like a Tuesday.
Both base form.
So like no planetary feats, because neither one of them has displayed planetary feats. Again, unless you go to they're more recent incarnations.
That's the thing. I don't know much about Jean Grey's base form, but then telepathy and telekinesis.
That's pretty much all she got.
Yeah, that's what I was say. I don't know much about her. And Scarlet Witch, I don't know much about her either, other than she telekinesis. That's what I consider that as, even though she uses her hands. I don't know that's considered telekinesis. Oh yeah, of course it is.
Yeah, she got like telekinesis. She has like hex powers, where she can like she can make like Scarlet Witch's powers is weird. You know what I'm saying? She can pretty much like whatever power she needs to do, she can do it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like whatever she wants the plot to do, she has that ability. So like let's say we be like, okay, so we need somebody who can teleport all of us to, I don't know, New York or some shit. If only we had this ability, we can save the day. Scarlet Witch should do some hex shit, and voila, they're all in New York. You know what I'm saying? They'd be like, okay, we need, like whatever the plot basically needs Scarlet Witch to do, that's what she could do. I can't think of any scenarios. I feel like I'm gonna butcher her fucking powers, but that's basically what Scarlet Witch does. You know what I mean?
Clutch, what do you think? Jean Grey or Scarlet Witch?
Probably Scarlet Witch, to be honest, because she has more versatility. I mean, even if what Jean Grey's most powerful ability is what telekinesis and telepathy and mind control or whatever the fuck, I don't think Scarlet Witch gonna fall for that shit. She's probably gonna have a spell or something to counter that. And then what she got after that? You know, like what does Jean Grey really have after the mind control doesn't work? I mean, she probably got hands, but let's be honest. Come on now. And
I mean,
yeah,
I think Scarlet Witch could do mind control too, though.
right.
Hey,
So
she has
that's
that
like,
ability too. So that would cancel. They
yeah,
pretty much
just
just
cancel
cancel
each
each other
other
out.
out.
Although I do think Jean would be stronger. Like if
I'll
they did a
just
battle of the minds, I think Jean would
I,
probably win that.
I was just about to say
Right.
I think with me, I'm just gonna guess. I'm just gonna go for it and say Jean Grey just because the fact he's trained under Professor X has the similar powers. Unlike Scarlet Witch. Yeah, unlike Scarlet Witch. If I know right, because I don't know much about I think since she was trained to use her telepathy or telekinesis, she was trained to use her powers and shit like that. I think she also has mental barriers as well. I think she's haven't been in mind control, so she has that mental defense. Yeah, so basically, I'm just gonna go for that just because she was trained to use that same abilities, Scarlet. Which even though I'm sure Scarlet Witch got more different abilities, but I'm just
Scarlet Witch
gonna,
stacked with abilities. She's pretty cold.
I was
Yeah,
gonna
I'll
go.
say Scarlet Witch
Like,
definitely has versatility over
don't she
Jean.
rival with
Absolutely.
Doctor Strange? Like her and Doctor Strange like rival with each other, and Doctor Strange is pretty fucking cold. Like,
Yeah, but you know what though? That movie, if you going off the movie, that movie didn't do Doctor Strange no justice. I think they wanted Scarlet Witch to like outshine this nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Pretty much.
Because Doctor Strange is way more powerful than she is. But,
Yeah.
but, Scarlet Witch, again, with her powers is basically whatever the plot wants her to do, and that kind of makes her a super fucking wild card. Because in one, I don't know if y'all heard of the story where she said no more mutants and pretty much warped all of reality. And even Doctor Strange got a piece of that shit. Like she straight up wiped everybody's backstories and shit. You know what I'm saying? Changed like the scope of reality. Like Spider-Man was like a regular person. I mean, he still had the spider powers and shit, but like he was with I think Gwen Stacy instead of Mary Jane. Miss Marvel was like a super celebrity. Like she just literally changed like the whole fabric of like the Marvel universe and shit. Most mutants lost all of their fucking powers. I'm like, honestly, I don't think Doctor Strange could do no shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Without needing some kind of super spell to do some shit like that.
Well, that's true.
Scarlet Witch just said no more mutants, and that's what happened.
She just did it instantly. That sounds like some plot.
Yeah. Honestly, I didn't like that. But like, if she were to fight Doctor Strange, I absolutely think Doctor Strange would watch her. But again, like Scarlet Witch's powers is basically whatever the fuck the writers want her to do.
You
know, like her powers, like one issue she'll get watched by somebody like I don't know, like fucking Psylocke. You know what I'm saying? Not to scoff at Psylocke, but Psylocke will like absolutely disrespect the fuck out of Scarlet Witch. And then in another issue, you know, she'll have all the fucking X-Men and the Brotherhood working for her type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like Scarlet Witch's powers are so like they're so
inconsistent.
That's the word I'm looking for. You know what I'm saying? Consistent. Like she's weird with her powers. Now I like Scarlet Witch, but honestly, and I don't know who would win that fight. I kind of want to lean towards Scarlet Witch because of some of the things that she's done, but Scarlet Witch consistently, like her track record is, from at least from my information, is not all that great. She gets watched and disrespected all the time. You know what I mean? Whereas Jean is one of the most powerful members of the X-Men.
Yeah, I think she's just more.
So I'm kind of leaning towards Jean.
She's more disciplined
because Jean's powers are more consistent, even without the Phoenix Force. You know what I'm saying? With Scarlet Witch, she basically just does whatever the writers want her to do, like Batman type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's
and
like,
and,
mm,
and not to mention her they wrote her as if she just knows all she knows how to use all her abilities, and it seems like her motives are doing this shit is more emotion, like she's emotionally driven to conjure up powers and shit. Like she just does the shit on demand
yeah,
and shit like that. So she knows
that
the
kind of makes her
focus fit.
dangerous, though.
Exactly. That's what I meant. She's an emotionally unstable person. That's what I meant to say. She's emotionally
Yeah,
unstable,
and
so she couldn't control her powers. So
yeah, and that's true in the comics and in the movies. I'm glad the movies kind of went in that direction. Did y'all see WandaVision?
no, something about it just maybe don't want to watch it, even though I don't have the channel for it.
I was say it's pretty good. I didn't think I would like WandaVision. That shit was really good though. You know what I'm saying?
But I didn't hear
But
that.
but yeah, in that shit, she worked reality of like a small town,
Yeah, that's the
and she
gist of
pretty
it.
much took control of everybody in the neighborhood for like months or some shit like that. Had them playing like 1950s fucking themed like the weird shit like 1950s, then 60s, then the 70s. Like however she was feeling is what everybody around her did. It was
That's
it was
that's
weird, yo.
that's what I figured. That's pretty much the gist of it that I was getting while I was in bits and pieces. What the fuck? That kind of threw me off. I mean, I should have watched the first episode first. I'm totally lost.
Yeah. Yeah, Scarlet Witch is definitely like it, like if I'm being honest and we're using like their composite version, Scarlet Witch will absolutely dominate the fuck out of Jean. But I don't want to do that type of shit because like come on now. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not even fair. Like the Scarlet Witch that's usually fighting alongside the X-Men or alongside the Brotherhood, we're gonna use that version because that version she wins some, she lose some. She's more down to earth, she's more grounded. You know what I'm saying? That version of Scarlet Witch versus regular Jean, no Phoenix Force. You know what I'm saying? And if we're doing those versions, I'm gonna side with Jean Grey.
Wow, surprise! I was about to go against the grain with when I say Jean Grey, just purely because her powers. She was more disciplined with her powers, thanks to she know
That
how to
too.
control her
The powers are a
powers.
lot similar.
Because of that, her powers. I think she has more stronger, stronger mental telekinesis. Scarlet Witch. Her shit is like, even though it could be strong, her damage output could be strong. She's emotion. Her shit is basically varies by her emotions. So
Hmm.
it could be strong or it could be weak. Depends on how she emotion she is. Her emotions, which, like you said, it's whether the writers want her to be. However, what power she uses, whether based on the plot, basically. So
Right.
it's inconsistent, unlike Jean Grey. I'll just say because of that. Base Jean Grey. Wow, I'm
All right, so what you
surprised.
think, Clutch?
Hush, I think he just said
I already said Scarlet
Scarlet.
Witch.
Scarlet. Yeah, he already said Scarlet.
Okay, so it's another two for one.
I was surprised.
Okay.
I legit thought Scarlet Witch gonna win that one.
Honestly, Scarlet Witch would win, but again, I don't want to use like her overpowered feats because then it wouldn't be fair for Jane. Then I have to use Phoenix Force, and even if I use Phoenix Force, like Scarlet Witch warp reality on multiple occasions. Phoenix Force can't do that. Phoenix Force is just destroy shit. You know what I'm
Destroy
saying?
his planet. Yeah.
So yeah, even then, like Scarlet Witch would beat Jean even with the Phoenix Force. But also Jean can easily wash Scarlet Witch with the Phoenix Force because all she gotta do is vaporize her and then she's done. So yeah, once you get to
Right.
those kind of fights and those kind of debates, it's like
Yeah.
either one of them can win, really. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think
Right.
Scarlet Witch can come back after she's been eviscerated. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
All right. So next up we have Ghost Rider versus Silver Surfer.
Come on, man. The most powerful being I know versus one of my favorite fucking Marvel characters. uh,
I got a
well,
pencil.
uh, um, let's see. Well, You know what? Despite, I know some of the extent of the powers of Ghost Rider. Despite he's my favorite, I strongly feel that Silver Surfer could Ghost Rider because Ghost Rider, one of Ghost Rider's strongest abilities was Death Stare.
Yeah, the Penance Stare.
The Penance Stare, yeah. And the thing with that is the strength of that ability. It weighs heavily on the victims, the person they inflict the damage on. It heavily depends on that person's past wrongdoings and shit, like past crimes or whatever. So, if I remember right, since Silver Surfer, I'm not, well, let me take that back. I'm not sure if the Penance Stare depends on the guilt of the wrongdoings or the actual wrongdoings itself. If it's the guilt of the wrongdoings,
it's all of it, yo. Like whatever you did to people, like if you broke people's hearts, let's say you was let's say you were a playboy, a fuckboy, and you went around like breaking all these girls' hearts and shit, all of that shit, you would feel that. You know what I'm saying? If you went out here like stabbing, murder, killing, whatever, all of that shit, you feel that. You know what I'm saying? If you're out here destroying planets on some Galactus Silver Surfer shit, you feel that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
oh wait, okay, I remember now. I think that will be a very powerful feature. That is a very powerful feature. But one problem: it only works if the person you inflict this damage on has a soul. And I think Silver Surfer was created Silver Surfer was basically created by Galactus, I think it was. I don't think that being even have a soul. So I don't think that shit will work on him. So with that being said, without that, I don't think is there anything that Ghost Rider could do Silver Surfer. Compared to Silver Surfer powers, it's a fraction of Galactus already. Well, his abilities alone is. I read that shit, but I'm gonna give it to Silver Surfer. That's what I'm gonna say.
Oh, I got a question, Kurt. You said that Silver Surfer don't have a soul?
I think he does not have a soul. I'm not sure that's confirmed, but I think he doesn't have a soul just because I think he was created by Galactus.
No, he wasn't created.
A human.
He was a human?
No, he's not. I don't want to say he's human. He's an alien. I mean, he looks like a human. Okay, I think Silver Surfer's name used to be Norman Rad or something like that. And he comes from some planet way the fuck distant stars, right? Galactus came to eat his planet, of course.
Yeah.
And Silver Surfer said, rather than destroying my planet, how about you make me your herald, and I will scout the planets and shit for you. Like I will look for life and shit for you. So Galactus agreed. He was like, you know what? I'll tell you